Hi, this is Chaz Palminteri, and if you're thinking about getting your eyes done, the only person to see is Dr. Rothman of LASIK of Nevada. I flew all the way from New York to be here, and Dr. Rothman did my eyes. And all I could say is, it's a miracle. I could see. You see Dr. Rothman of LASIK of Nevada.
From the Strip in fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada, this is Pub Crawl, where each week we struggle to recall our adventures in and around Las Vegas, giving a unique perspective on the best places to tear it up in the entertainment capital of the world. Now, without further ado, here are your hosts, Alicia and David Ivey.
Hey there, and welcome to Pub Crawl, the best source of Vegas-y drinking goodness. I'm Alicia.
I'm David, and this week we went high and we went low.
As we tend to do.
We do. You know what? Actually, that's a theme. When I was thinking about that, I went, we did this a couple weeks ago. I think we just kind of.
Yeah, I think we always do that. We revel in it.
And we don't really hit middle of the road very often. Although we did this week, though, we did high, middle, and low.
High. What's the middle?
The first one we're going to talk about after we get all.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
But because I want to do this because we haven't done it in a while.
Welcome, live studio audience.
Yes.
And also welcome, live chat room.
Chat room. I do like the chat room. I also like a little new 3/4. What's that called? Lower third. I like that. Look at that.
It's really pretty. It's
yeah.
purple. I like it.
Yeah, I do too. Let's not even mess around because we got empty glasses.
It's a sad sight to see, my friend.
Let's fix it.
All right.
Cocktail of the week. And as you may or may not know, I'm a now professional bona fide bartender here in town.
You are.
That fact, I was just cleaning these glasses, getting a little lipstick off the edges. Which is probably just your lipstick, but hey, there are glasses. That's all right.
I know, and sometimes I see bartenders do that. I always think it's busy work. Like they're like,
like an old-timey bartender yeah. Where you're like, you got the thing in. No, you're cleaning the lipstick off because.
But it is kind of weird to watch somebody do that because then you realize, hey.
There was lipstick on
When
it.
I watch bartenders clean cups or glasses, they stick them and they steam them. And I've watched them now, not you, right. But other bartenders. I don't watch you work much. But they'll just steam them and then. They're sanitized, but there's still lipstick on them.
Okay, so we had a little bit of
gross.
We had a little bit of a thing. My first day of work a couple weeks ago, I made 2 drinks, and the guy goes, "Oh, could I get a napkin?" And I put a napkin underneath this drink, as you're supposed to do. And he went, "Oh, another one." And then he wiped the lipstick off the edge. And I was like, "Ooh!" I saw it there, but I didn't know I didn't know the etiquette there. Not literally 2 days later, you and I were at somewhere fancy.
I think it was Paris.
It was Paris.
Yeah, Paris Central.
Yes,
Central
the Central, one of our favorite bars. And she, before she made the drink, took a napkin and washed the lips because they were martini glasses. And lots of girls drink martinis and Cosmos.
And you don't drink a martini with a straw.
Right.
Unless you're very strange.
You're really crazy.
Yeah.
So beer glasses and martini glasses, you don't have straws. So you probably have to. So she wiped it off and made it. Now, I know the rule that that's been steamed. It is completely sanitized. And, and I'm sure the napkin's clean. Now, if you're using an old bar rag like the old days, that might not be too clean. But the lipstick's totally fine too, but you probably don't want it.
Yeah, not really I wouldn't want to drink out of that.
Anyway, the whole point of this is I'm making a
Let's
drink
make a drink
that I make at the bar. This is one of our drinks. If you don't know, I work at the Underworld, which is a horror-themed bar, restaurant, nightclub extravaganza. And one of our drinks is the Bloody Horror.
That's a nice name for it.
Yes, it is. But it's actually pretty good. So what are we doing? We're doing ice.
So you're gonna make 2. Are you gonna just pour them in, or shaker?
No, we just make them. These are constructed, not shakered.
Okay, well then in each it's 1 ounce of Jaeger.
Jaeger.
Where's Daddy?
I know that's Jaeger's not usually something you see in a mixed drink ever, but this, like I said, it's the Underworld. It's not it's not for the faint of heart. So I just did 1.5 ounces of Jaeger because you can't have too much.
No, 1/2 ounce of peach schnapps.
That'll definitely do a half ounce because I'm not a
I'm not either.
not a big peach schnapps fan.
Give it that peachy flavor.
Well, actually, just sweetening. Ooh, that was a little heavy. Let's see if I can-
That'll be yours. And then you fill it with cranberry.
All right. That gives it the bloody part of the whore. I think it's pretty, though. Look at that.
It is pretty. Do you drink it with the straw?
Yes, we do. And you will, too. So, so I don't have to wash these glasses.
Right. Because I've got red lipstick on tonight, and that's going to be a mess.
And there you go.
I want this one. It'll be better. Let's see. Bloody whore.
I think it's good.
Oh, it's not bad.
It's good. Come to the underworld and get one.
I have a drunk term.
Okay. I think it's kind of related, isn't it?
Yeah, I thought it was funny. So all it means is you're drunk, but the drunk term is drunk as a bartender on his night off.
Well, that's me right now. That's
Or did I say, yes, night off, not day off?
Right.
Or you could be day off.
It's true. Well, anyway, speaking of all this, that's good. That's better. That's one of those drinks that's better than the sum of its parts. Because you'd think, what could that possibly taste like? It tastes like it's a completely different
It's definitely got that Jaeger flavor, though. If you didn't like that medicinal quality of Jaeger, you probably wouldn't like a bloody
Which
whore.
we do. So there you go. Well, let's take a quick break and come
All
back
right.
with the adventure.
3, 2, 1. Oh, I need to come up with something funny to say.
gee.
3, 2, 1. Wow. But the co-host. Really, I have to say watching. Well, I'm doing.
That's how you do it. You better
Really?
watch it. There
Okay.
you go.
I got it. We
are the Odds Couple.
Hi, my name is Scott Pritchard.
And I am Anthony Padilla.
You're watching the Vegas Video Network.
You are.
You are. We are too.
Welcome back to Pub Crawl.
Welcome back. Okay, so this is it's so funny that we have not done this. This place has been open since Halloween of 2012, and we have not been here yet. So, which is ridiculous if you know anything about us. There's no excuse for this kind of activity.
We tried, and then that was back when they were charging locals to go to the bar.
Right.
So
Anyway,
we were kind of on, like, not official strike, but a little bit like,
Yeah, we were protesting.
We were protesting.
What we're talking about is Eli Roth's Goretorium. This is a year-round haunt right here on the Vegas Strip. A haunt being, like a haunted house. They have two bars in there, and it's based on the Delmont.
Delmont Hotel.
Yeah, it's kind of a fake hotel, and they've got like 80 people working there. We know a lot of the people that work there, because we have all the clubs and stuff we go to in town.
And they all love it.
Though they all love it. It's just it's right across the street from the Cosmo. I mean, it's right there.
City Center Cosmo.
City Center Cosmo. It's on Harmon and Las Vegas Boulevard, so you're really right there. It's right next to Planet Hollywood.
But before you get there, if you're coming from Cosmo, there's the walkway that goes over the Las Vegas Boulevard.
That is scarier than any ride at the Goretorium could possibly be.
Well, we didn't actually go on the ride yet, but just walking across, they've got the strangest street people there.
Well,
there was this one old lady sitting there on the ground, covered in rags, and she was holding this cat, and the cat was like sitting like this with
sunglasses,
big, and a sweater, like a turtleneck sweater, like 3/4 length sleeves, and the cat, but his paws were just sticking out
on her lap.
On the lap, and he was sitting with his legs apart. And I swear the cat was stuffed because we walked back and forth a couple times, and a cat never moved. You're like, no, it's alive. But I swear it's a stuffed cat. It's a real cat, taxidermy cat.
It's moving, though.
It wasn't moving. And
Anyway.
But we were just stopping and staring. It was very strange.
Vegas was trying to crack down on the people selling water, the street performers,
Yeah.
They're really trying to crack down on it. And the only thing they could really do is places like, say, MGM, Harrah's, whatever, will say, okay, you can't sell water or anything outside of our place, right? Because we sell it inside. It's not fair. Well, because that bridge is in Nowheresville, Cosmo's an independent joint. It just goes over to this place, which is the big Walmart center, which is also not owned by anybody specific. So every drag in Vegas is on that damn bridge. I hate that bridge. There's every rapper hanging out and out his CD. There's the guys playing the guitars, the guys playing the accordion. There's the crazy cat lady. There's just some crazy, just bunch of homeless guys. There's people with water. That bridge sucks. Cosmo really should get out there and start kicking some ass because that bridge bites. The other bridges are kind of bad. The ones that go over the strip, the walkway bridges.
Yeah.
Is what we're talking about, the little walkways. That's the worst one. Like we just kind of like put our heads down and just walk through it. It's not dangerous. It's just gross. It's just a bunch of homeless people on the bridge. The one across that goes from MGM to Excalibur is pretty crappy too. But not as bad as this one. Anyway.
But that cat lady, is that a real cat? I don't even know.
Well,
living or dead. Yeah, I don't know.
So anyway, Goretorium does have a secret parking lot in the back. It's a risky parking lot, though, because if you miss it, you're on the strip. You know what I mean?
If you're coming in from the back.
Yeah, if you're coming in from, say, the airport up Harmon, it's the last little driveway before Las Vegas Boulevard. And you're coming up from the Hard Rock.
Right after the valet.
Used to be the Harmon Theater, but that's gone now. So it's the anyway. But so you can park in there, really cool. And so we would go up to Goretorium. They have an inside bar called Bloody Mary's, right? Mm-hmm. And it's about not much to talk about. It's like this little bar that's it's kind of in the mall.
Yeah, it's in the mall, and then they've got the gift store, so which is kind of cool. They've got T-shirts.
The music's good. We heard Slayer, Metallica, Stain. We heard like a bunch of metal down there.
Yeah, and they had these little cockroaches that they project on the floor, which is pretty cool.
That
caught my eye. I was like, oh.
Was the creepiest thing that we saw. It was a light and then silhouettes of, I think there were spiders running around.
Bugs.
It was really creepy, but there's nothing going on in there. You're kind of in the mall. So then we go up to their bar, which is out on this beautiful balcony overlooking City Center and Cosmo. Oh, you can see all the way down the strip. Gorgeous balcony, huge balcony. It's where the ride comes out. It's
yeah,
really
so they don't charge. You could just walk right up the stairs and go to the bar.
But the bar is literally the size of this bar I'm sitting at right now.
It's a tiny little satellite bar.
Yeah. It's a satellite bar.
It's got a lot of seating outside, and it's a nice view. The bathroom's kind of cool.
But it's like, talk about not a whole lot of anything. It's really this big as this bar, which is like what you would see at a wedding. It's like they should have put a bigger bar in there. And it's not really horror themed. There's a wall of baby heads. And that's it.
It's called baby dolls. Well, they've got a couple saws that are saw decorations kind of above hanging around.
Kind of these cutouts.
And all the chairs and tables are blood splattered.
Right. But yeah, it didn't really have it wasn't what I expected. It wasn't bad.
I'm thinking they put all their money into the attraction.
Absolutely. That's exactly
and the bar was
what
an afterthought. Like, oh, here's a cool spot, and maybe later they can.
Right. If they start making money, maybe they could start doing that. But yeah, I was kind of unimpressed. But
yeah, I thought there would be more to it.
Right. Now the girl that worked there, really nice. I mean, the service was great. It was all real cool.
And that's that bar is where the ride or the attraction lets out,
Kicks
so people
out,
are screaming when they come out and kind of freak out every once in a while. And then they're playing some pretty cool like little horror clips too.
Well, the horror clip, but then you get up there, the music was different.
It was like it's dance music.
Yeah, but you're downstairs, they're playing Slayer, Metallica. You go upstairs and everybody's shuffling. I'm like, what is this up here? Not horror-y at all. Horror-y maybe, but not horror-y.
The bathroom is cool.
Bathroom's all right.
You go in and the lights are... What?
Don't blow it, because if someone wants to go.
Okay, check out the bathroom.
Yeah, just go to the bathroom, yeah. Anyway, I
like it.
I give the place a C. The bar. As a standalone bar, the view is an A+. In summer, it's probably really cool. Now, they're opening up next door, which is going to be an A for sure, is Twin Peaks. Lodge is going right next door. It's going to share the balcony almost. Bubba Gump's on one side, Goretorium's in the middle. We're on the second floor of this huge thing.
And Twin Peaks is a chain?
Yeah, there's a few of them. And they're, I don't know anything about it. When it opens up, we'll go and check it out.
Yeah.
I know they have a rock wall you can climb to get to their bar. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Not that I'll do that, but.
And then we peeked around. We were on the Goretorium outside in the balcony, and we kind of snuck around and peeked and looked inside at the construction.
Now they're putting a huge
and their
bar.
bar is going to be huge. Yeah. And
with an inside and outside. Yeah, that's what I was expecting.
That's how you do a bar.
Yes, exactly. So Twin Peaks is going to, well, we'll see when it opens. So that was kind of our I don't really have an opinion on that place. I was like, it's okay.
Well, I think they're probably, again, just go there for the horror attraction. Don't go there for the bar.
And the horror attraction is
we had to go check it out.
Yeah, it's cheaper now. I think it's $20 instead of $40.
And I saw a Groupon. It was $17.
Yeah. So anyway, from there, should we go high or low?
Let's go high.
High. Okay. A couple weeks ago, we did a couple high things.
Well, there's 2 highs. Yeah,
3.
What's our low?
It was a Yayo.
Oh, okay.
So, high, well, let's go low.
Let's go low first. So we end on a high note.
Yeah, controversial. I know. If anybody follows me on Foursquare or Yelp, DIV on Yelp, I gave a 1-star review to a place. And I don't like doing that. I don't like doing that to a Vegas place. I also don't doing that to a Mexican restaurant.
And we really like the place, except for the one fact that.
Well, let me show you. Well, look how cool the place is. We have 2 pictures of you and I. This place is awesome. It's called Yayo's Tacos. They have a hammock in there. Now
we had a great night.
We found out later that hammock's probably useful because if you get sick, you got a place to lay down. Okay, I'll tell you the story. So we go there with some of our best friends in the world, and
it's got high ratings.
And it's funny because and I wrote in my review, but if you scroll down there, you'd see it. Anybody who gives this place more than 1 star is a fool because they have a C health rating, not a B, a C. And I was mad because we took friends there, and we actually had a couple appetizers, and then we didn't think about it. Their tequila selection is amazing. Their beer selection is even better than they've got hundreds of beers, hundreds of tequilas. Their tacos sound fantastic. They're all fusion. They're all like Asian infused Mexican, which if I'm going to say, if you want that, go to Comex, which has got an A rating, which is Korean Mexican little joint up in North Las Vegas. So it all seemed very cool.
We've had really good times there before.
Bands there are great. They do bands. It's right across from the college. So it's really close to the Strip. Here's your review. Oh, yeah, 1 star. Oof, man. Oh,
David's review.
Yeah, no, and I'm telling you, I was mad because we brought friends there and we actually had some food, and I saw the C rating, and I thought, now that C. Now, I work at a bar restaurant now. So I went to our owners. We've got an A. We've got an A+. Our guy loves us. And I didn't know much about any of this stuff. And I asked one of the owners, like, how do you, and he couldn't even fathom that. He goes, I don't know how you can get a B, honestly, unless you just don't care at all. Because the way he explained it to me is the guy comes in, health inspector with his clipboard, and he goes, well, you got to fix that tile, you got to move that sign. And in fact, if you don't have the sign, he'll go out in his car and get the sign for you and put it there. And you got you got to have the sanitizer right here by the sink, whatever. You got 30 days to fix these things. I'll see you in 30 days. You have to just not do any of it, and then tell him to go screw himself, and then have more. I mean, that's to get a B, a C. Oh, so I was mad that we took our friends there. I was mad that we had chips and salsa there. I was mad. I was no. And then they're on our local news, Channel 5 News, Dirty Dining. They have a whole segment. And they're on there.
I don't know if it's any time the health rating drops, but that's when Channel 5 will do an expose. Yeah,
they'll go out there and
they'll actually show the health department.
We saw the pictures,
reports, and photos from inside the establishment. Like I've looked through that and saw a lot of places from Chinatown and just a couple of the places and like people leaving fish out at room temperature. You're like, oh well.
Yeah, this place had 50.
Look at Dirty Dining before you go out to eat.
Yeah. This place had 52 health violations.
Yeah.
52.
But it seems like the owner either thinks it's like he doesn't take it seriously, or he's just fighting with the health department, and he thinks that like their food's so good it doesn't matter, and they feel what do they call themselves, rogues?
Yeah, bandits.
They're bandits.
They do a general response. Yeah, to me and a couple other people on Yelp that gave them bad reviews. It's the same response, that we're like these bandit outlaw cooks. I'm like, yeah, but you might kill somebody though. That's not cool.
Well, and who knows why they got those demerits or whatever. And
I have a theory.
But to get a C, you have to have what, over 30?
Over 28.
Over 28.
And he had 52
findings.
according to Channel 5.
So, I don't know.
We have an email question.
Actually, it's not a question, but Ted agrees. He says that they're screwing up across the board to get that kind of grade.
Yeah, must be. Yeah, it must be like it's a million. It's like, well, I feel for the guy because you read me some of his responses on the Channel 5 News thing. And I don't want to come off sounding gross, but like you and I have had debates at home about certain practices, cleanliness practices. And I kind of do that. Well, look, we live on planet Earth. There's dirt everywhere. There's animals everywhere. You've probably eaten dirt in your life. I'm sorry if that bugs people, but you probably have. We live on a planet with other life forms, and there's dirt and there's dust, and so that doesn't bother me. I won't freak out. If I find a hair in my food, I don't send it back. I pull it out and eat it. It does not gross me out. I'm kind of tough with that. But when you get a C, though, I'm afraid of I'm not afraid of dirt in my food. If there was dirt on my food, I've been at barbecues. I've dropped it in the dirt, put it back on the grill, eaten it. I'm okay. But what I'm afraid of is that chicken old. You know what I mean? That can hurt me. And that could be, you know what I mean? That's a whole different level.
Well, yeah, like this guy, some of his responses were, so what, I leave the screen door open, it's hot, flies might come in.
Right.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Like, you don't care.
We got another one.
So Brian wants to know if they change and get an A rating, would you go back?
For sure.
Yes.
The last line of my review is, I would love to come in there for a taco. You get me an A, I will absolutely.
And we've had the food there before, and the tacos are really good.
They were they were a C a few months ago. They raised to an A a few months ago, and now they're back to a C.
They're back down again.
So they go up and down. When it's an A, I'll go. And it's like, I didn't even know you could be open with a C. So anyway, God bless them. I hope they turned it around. We saw one of the best bands we've ever seen there. The crowd there is great. I just get the feeling that the owner goes, the college kids come here. They don't care, whatever. It's just kind of so they don't deserve your business as long as they're going to keep that.
It's a culture of complacency. So why would you want to go there?
Right, exactly. So it's that I hate to give a bad review to a place, and it's not like I don't like the tequila selection, the beer selection, and the food. I'm not comfortable eating at a C. I can't do it. But
so that's our low.
But on a brighter note. This is how I feel. I felt so bad as I was lashing out because the people we brought to this hellhole took us to Ramsey-Steak the night before. So we went from, hey, you guys took us to Ramsey-Steak, one of the best restaurants in the world. Why don't you come with us to Yayo's Tacos, where they sell seafood? I mean, with just the letter C. I felt so bad that we brought them there. But
it was good. We still had a good time.
We did. So we went to Ramsey-Steak. That's expensive. And that's fancy pants. I don't even have an opinion because I had 2 beers.
The place is... Go on.
Well, the beers are unbelievably cheap. We got Left beer, which is one of my favorite beers.
$6, $7.
$7 a bottle.
Which isn't bad in that place.
I mean, that's great. We were there for 4 hours. It was just a blur of meat and service.
I really enjoyed it. I thought it was great. I think it was pretty pricey. It was pretty pricey.
It was overpriced. Yes, But
I thoroughly enjoyed it. We were there for about 4 hours.
Yeah.
The place was packed.
Right. Yes, it was.
And it's 2 stories.
My only thing
Service was great.
Our company was so good. It was 4 of us. We were having a great time. We could have been at Denny's and had the same great time, I think. Because we're great people. So you get the bill and it's kind of shocking, and it's like, well, could anything be that good? That was my only thing. Like, I don't know if anything could be worth that. Now, Scott and Melissa just did that Paul Robichon thing. I don't know what their bill was.
Oh,
I think that was more than ours. But,
yeah. But
ours was well over $500.
Yeah, Robichon was like $5 signs.
Yeah, I don't even know what that is. But it was great, and the experience is great. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I'd ever go back because I don't think I could ever want to spend.
So which cut did you get?
I got the Kobe rib top.
And I will say the meat platter they push around is pretty impressive.
It is, but again, could a steak really be worth $150 or $100? That's a lot. So, I'm glad I got to have it because
I got the Hell's Kitchen tasting menu.
Right, with the beef Wellington and
and then you get to take the menu that's signed by the chefs.
Right.
And it was good. It had the beef Wellington. It had a beet salad, and I thought it was delicious. So.
Well, it was delicious. So was Yayo's Tacos delicious. But
so David is just a cheapskate. So anything,
well,
anything
maybe
that's expensive,
that might be a little bit of my
turns
cheapness
you
coming out.
off.
It might be. It's like that's a lot of money. Now I mean, it was. I don't know. I was like, wow, that's a lot of money. But on a note similar to that, just as high end, we got 2 other places, both in Mandalay Bay. We met a girl who's the sommelier at Ariel. Now we'd been to Ariel before, and had the most amazing time. Now again, it's out of our price range, so we don't really eat there. We went there before, like a year ago, and they do a happy hour, and they have what are called small plates. Oh, by the way, Ariel is owned by the guy that sells like a tire or a golfer. Yeah.
Sounds like a tire.
Yeah, the Palmer. Yeah. It's not Arnold. It's Charlie Palmer, world famous dude, and it's like a tire company, Sam Winston or whatever. And
I can't believe you.
so he's like a tire guy. Anyway, he's like a
Kind of
four.
does sound like a tire.
He does. He's like a 4-star Michelin chef place. So we won't eat in there because we can't. I mean, again, I don't want to get a $650 bill for food. But we do the small plates. So we went in there about a year ago, and we got the small plates half price happy hour thing, and they're like little tapas things, and they were really good. But I don't even remember what we had because during the happy hour, we ordered a couple drinks, and the bar is awesome. Okay, by the way, if you don't know what this place is, it's famous. It's on all the Food Networks and everything. This place has the Wine Angels. It's 3 stories tall or 4 stories, and it's a humongous wine rack. And they have the girls going up and down on the rappelling gear on the wires.
Yeah, and now we heard talking to our friend that this is only half of the wine.
Yeah.
The other half is way down the hall. So every time certain tables order a specific wine, she's got to run down there. And grab it.
So you've seen it on Food Network with the people doing this wine thing. It's also famous for everybody stopping out front and getting their picture taken next to the big boobs and the big butt and there's all the body part sculptures out on the side of the wall.
Yeah, down the hallway.
Yeah, and there's always a million people out there taking pictures. So that's the place. So the bar, you come in on like the 3rd floor, and you got to walk down, and the bar's down on the bottom floor, and it's a killer little bar. So we were down there about a year ago. We had some small plates, and the bartender goes, "Hey, you guys want to try something?" And it's like their house thing to do, I guess, is they pour this glass of wine. I don't like wine, and I'm not saying.
I think that's how it came up because you said that you didn't like wine, and then he was trying to show you, well, why don't you try this?
I don't know if it was because you can't help but talk about wine in that place because they've got there are wine menus on iPad, and you got to flip through it.
Yes, and there's tons.
Yeah,
tons.
So he gives me this bottle that I took a picture of a year ago, and it's Brachetto di Acqui, I think is what it's called, and there it is. I took a picture of that year ago, and it's the greatest thing I've ever had. It's a red sparkling wine, which apparently is really super rare. So we ran into this girl who's the sommelier there. We said, "Oh my God." And I showed the picture. "Do you have that?" She goes, "Yeah, that's like our go-to thing." I'm like, "Oh, really cool."
And her name's Jessica. If
yes.
anybody wants to go say hi.
And
to
she's a
Jessica.
sommelier there. So we went there, and again, one of the best experiences ever. You're in this. It feels so ritzy. To me, I don't know how to explain it. It's dark and it's fancy and there's wine being poured and that stuff is so good. And I don't. It's not like I'm just not a wine person. I don't like wine. That stuff is amazing. Now maybe if you do like wine, that sucks. I don't know, but I loved it. So they gave us some the other night too, and I was like, that's so good. The service there is insane. The food there is insane. The bar's insane. Now I've never eaten the actual meal there. I'm sure it's fantastic. It's Charlie Palmer or Sam Winston or whatever. And
Stan Winston. Oh wait.
and so that was a fancy place. And then
I got a regular cocktail there.
you did not get a regular cocktail.
Well, no, okay, I got a specialty cocktail.
Right.
Not wine.
No, yeah, you got a
cocktail.
yeah, you did not get wine. You got, which is normally the Maker's Manhattan, but they were out of Maker's. Oh darn! You got to have Bullet instead. And that was really good. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was interesting. It had a chocolate bitters in it.
That was good.
It was interesting. Not cheap, $15 for their specialty
Right.
martinis or
And I
specialty
got a regular martini that was also $50. So maybe you're paying for the ambiance and whatever. It wasn't happy hour. Now, funny enough,
it's a nice place.
Somewhere on the same kind of high end, right next door to Charlie Palmer's Steakhouse, which is right next door at the Four Seasons. Right next door to that is somewhere we've been meaning to try. We finally tried it out. Veranda.
Have we mentioned this on the show before?
I don't think we have because we've never been there. They're known for their Sunday brunch, which is supposed to be the best in town, reasonably priced. It's super fancy. I mean, first off, it's the restaurant in the Four Seasons. So that's even. Most people didn't even know there is a Four Seasons in Vegas. It's hidden in the back of Mandalay Bay. The Mandalay Bay has got the hotel up front, Mandalay Bay, and then if you know where to go through the secret doorway on the side, you can get into the Four Seasons, where the Charlie Palmer Steakhouse is and the Veranda. We went for happy hour, checking the happy hours application on my phone.
I think it's one of the best happy hours right now.
Oh my God!
If you want like super high end.
Yeah, so it's just. It was like kind of shocking. Like, okay, it's like $5 flatbread pizzas. It's an Italian place, and all the advertised specials, half price apps, and like $3 beers or something, right? I think we got Peroni.
I think it's $5 specialty mixed cocktails or whatever.
Great. And we were like, this is cool. Then we looked at the bottom of the happy hour menu. You know, when there's always that one thing at the bottom that's got the little box around it?
It's the one that they want you to buy because they box it.
Because
look at me.
Yeah, the John Taffer roll, you put the box on it. And it was the cheese plate for $20. We were feeling really fancy. A cheese plate.
$20, we'll split it.
It was insane. Every bite was, and they put them in there was 8 cheeses from mild to really strong. So it was like an English cheddar to like a smoked Gouda,
Not
all
even
the
a
way.
cheddar, just like the lightest. Yeah, it was.
And all the way up to like a gorgonzola, and oh my, and everyone
crackers and bread and jam
walnuts and
apples
and a big thing of red grapes, and everything was. I don't know how you shop like this. You ever seen a whole thing of grapes and there's not one stupid, ugly, bad grape on the whole bunch? Every grape was perfect. Like, maybe they pull those off, but you get home, you're like, half your grapes are kind of smashy and ugly. Like, damn it. It was such a great night. I would totally recommend date night or like a whatever.
Or just like before dinner, early afternoon, just go in there and get a cheese plate.
It's like 3 to 6 or 3 to 7. Cheese plate for $20 and get 2 Peronis for like $5 each or $3 each or whatever they were. You cannot beat that. What an incredible deal.
And great service. Like we went in there, we weren't, dressed real fancy or anything. It didn't matter. We walked in there like, hello, sir. Hello,
in fact,
ma'am.
one of us had a 20-ounce beer on them.
Oh, yeah.
Still.
That's
how fancy we were.
Well, we had just got the beers, and I'm like, oh, my God, now we're walking in here for like a hobo.
Well, you know our rule.
And they didn't even look at me funny. I was like, oh, my God.
Because we've mentioned this before. Our rule is when you go to a fancy hotel, the Wynn, Mandalay Bay, Four Seasons, go to the Sundry store and buy the big beer. It's $3.
Right, but you just slam yours.
I knew because we were going to Veranda. I didn't want to walk in like a hobo.
Well, I was the hobo, I guess, at this time.
You had it like underneath. See, it was like...
I was not doing that.
Drinking out of the... I'm like, finish that. You're like, I'm done. I don't know what to do with the can. I'm like, just put it up on the bar. I mean, whatever. It was fancy, though. So that was high, low, medium week in Vegas.
Yep.
Veranda, absolutely. Couldn't recommend that more.
Yeah.
Again, if you go right now at 8:30, it might cost you an arm and a leg. I don't know. I have no idea. We went during happy hour. Same with Ariel.
You might get Ramsey'd.
Yeah. Well, it's fun. You might get Ramsey. Oh, that's a good term. Ramsey'd meaning you get what you pay for, but you're
going to pay a lot.
Well, I checked in at Ariel last night on Foursquare, and it brings up the new Foursquare app, brings up a popular tip. It said, "Bring your money." That was the tip. Like, okay, it's like if that's the tip, it's probably expensive.
Bring your money.
But they have a happy hour. I love happy hours because you can end up in a place like Ariel or Veranda and walk out. No, we weren't, but you could walk out of there for under $30 for 2 people and actually have a couple small plates and a couple drinks. That's not bad because you can't do that at Fridays. So you might as well do it at somewhere like that.
And if you feel like splurging, try that cheese plate. It's pretty good.
It's not even a splurge. $20.
$20.
Yeah. And if you feel really risky, try Yayo and see if you can. Being mean. Hey, as we said on our New Year's special, I'm more than happy to give a place a second chance. They put an A on that window, I'll be the first one in there eating as many tacos as I can hold. And that's a guarantee. I absolutely will do that. But until they do, I'm not. I don't know.
All right, challenge is down, Yayo.
Yep. Well, let's take a quick break. Come back with a Hey Bartender.
All right.
Traditional media believes that after about 3 minutes, you'll tune out. Most Vegas media companies think if it doesn't jiggle, you won't tune in. At the Vegas Video Network, we think both are wrong. The Vegas Video Network is the first and only live online broadcast network that specializes in insider news and expert views about Vegas. We combine great storytelling with the ability to watch when and where you want on your computer, mobile device, or television. Discover the real Las Vegas. Visit VegasVideoNetwork.com.
And we're back.
And we're back. So.
Well, first off, I wanted to say we got quite a few emails, but I want to take. This is really an email. It's just kind of a neat little piece of information that we got from our Facebook page. Our Facebook page is killer. Go to facebookgroups.com/LV Pubcrawl.
LV Pubcrawl. So we got an interesting one from Bob W. And he's actually citing an article that he thought would be of interest to us.
Now, how would that be of interest to us, I wonder?
Because we always drink X and Diet Coke.
Right.
Mostly tequila and Diet Coke. Or
that's you.
Me, tequila, you, rum.
Right.
And so this was an article that was on NPR. And we'll post the link later if any of you are interested. But the report says that mixing alcohol with diet soda may make you drunker.
Really?
Or more drunk. But they said drunker.
If NPR said drunker, then that's the word.
Drunker, yeah. Oh. So, alcohol consumed with diet mixer results in higher breath alcohol concentrations as compared to when you mix with a sugar sweetened mixer.
Really?
And that's because sugar slows down absorption of alcohol into the bloodstream. And they did a study. Now, I don't know if the study how accurate the study is.
Now we can get in on this study.
Yeah, we can. So a person who drank diet had their breath alcohol content was 0.091 versus 0.077 to somebody who drank a sugary.
And that was just one drink.
Yeah.
Because 0.077 is like.
It's pretty low, but
yeah, I was gonna say you ain't been out partying very. You've been hanging with us if you blew an 0.077.
That's an 18% difference. And they asked the people, do you feel like you're more drunk? And they said no. They couldn't tell the difference physically.
Really?
But if you got pulled over, popped or something,
you're actually legally drunker.
Right.
I wonder about that.
So they were saying like that might be the difference between going to jail or not.
Or the difference of being fat or not too.
Or fat or not. So what's more important? To be skinny in jail? Yeah.
Yeah. I always say that now. When you get in jail, like, oh, quit looking at my butt, guys. Oh, we have
I'm kidding.
We have a chat room question.
Well, Brian wants to know, Dave, when you're going to finish your tattoo.
Oh, well, it's funny. I said the first of the year, so I'm looking soon. I've now kind of forgot what it felt like, so I'm ready to go back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I got the, I got the whole.
All up the arm.
All the way up.
Very soon.
Yeah, so all I got to do is fill it in, which is going to be a good 12-hour excursion. I'd like to do it before summer. Because we're going to be at the pools, we're going to be out running around in a sleeveless shirt and tank tops. I probably should have it done by summer. Mm-hmm. But you want it done by summer, but then you want it at this state where it kind of blues in a little bit, so it doesn't look like you don't look like a douchebag and you just got it like yesterday. Like, hey, look at my shiny new tattoo wrapped in foil, wrapped in the cellophane.
Foil.
Yeah, well, there's always one guy at the bar. You'll never see him. He's got the cellophane arm. Like, I know you had to get it at some point, but that's like having a brand new leather jacket. Or brand new blue jeans. Like, oh, you gotta rub those.
Or you just dyed your hair.
Yeah. You get that squared lines. I get them too.
Yeah.
But,
so soon.
Yeah. Anyway, if you'd like to get a hold of us, we are pubcrawl@VegasVideoNetwork.com. Pubcrawl@VegasVideoNetwork.com. You can send us emails, whatever you want to do. If you go to VegasVideoNetwork.com, not only will you see a plethora of amazing entertaining shows.
A plethora?
Yes. You can also click the little call button, and you can leave us a voicemail. As I mentioned earlier, the Facebook page, facebook.com/groups/Shelby Pub, or just do Las Vegas Pub Crawl. You'll see us. Everybody's
Roku.
talking and doing all that. Roku, if you have the Roku, you're probably watching us on it right now.
Oh, and you probably got a really close shot of David earlier.
I
You
know.
like
I'm like
that?
trying to back up. And I'm like,
Too close.
this is a monumental episode. I'm sitting down. It's the first sitting down episode I've done.
Huh, why is that?
I don't know, because I bartended all day and I've been on my dogs all day. And I'm like, geez, man, I'm sitting down. I don't care. I did that the other day. We went to Moondoggies, one of the places we go all the time, and they only had. It was one of those things where there's 4 of us and there were 3 seats. And usually I'm like, oh, you sit down. I'm like, nope, out of my way. I
felt like standing.
I'm sitting. I've been standing up for all day at that bar, so I'm gonna.
You're working stiff.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit down.
Welcome to the club.
I know. KSHP, 1400 AM every Saturday. You can catch most of the shows on the network, including ours. And iTunes, audio and video. Well, video, obviously, but there's also audio. And YouTube. We have a YouTube channel, the Vegas Video Network. Yep. Just go to VegasVideoNetwork.com every morning and just start there.
Start your day right.
Can't go wrong. But anyway, remember, live studio audience.
Live chat room.
Chat room. Love them, love them, love them. Until next time, Pub Crawl urges you to drink responsibly. That means
drink regular Coke.
Regular Coke. And we do. Whoa.
Ooh, creepy ghosts in the studio.
Remember, we may leave stuff out, but we don't make stuff up until next week.
Cheers.
Cheers. On my empty glass.
Maybe next week.